Alison is a professional artist. She is the brand ambassador of Daniel Smith. I think that is like huge, Alison. I think that is really good. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And she's the Maharashtra state head of the International Watercolor Society, and she teaches art as therapy on the paradigm shift. So I think this is, and you've been involved in a lot of research work, and you've done a lot of studies in art as therapy. So that is going to be amazing. So Alison, how are we with this evening?
How are we?
This evening.
We're good. We're good.
Can you hear
Actually,
me?
I'm just looking. I'm seeing so many familiar faces joining. Thank you, Shailaja, Nishad. So many of you joining. Thank you
How
so much
nice.
for joining. Very glad.
So cool. Hi, everybody. Okay, so Alison, would you like to tell us about, have you seen, the results of how art has helped in therapy or in healing?
Absolutely, absolutely. What I can do is I can share with you a story about a particular painting of mine that was being exhibited for a long while with a gallery. And there was this person who regularly visited the gallery for meditation purposes and stuff. And she was very drawn to this particular painting. And she had to undergo surgery in her left eye. And post-surgery,
Okay.
unfortunately, the surgery didn't work out. And she kind of lost her vision in that eye. And it was, I'm sure it was pretty devastating for her. However, she continued to come to the gallery and she used to visit this painting very regularly. And the name of the painting was Visions. And somehow she felt extremely drawn to the subject, and she was moved to purchase the painting. And it, just because it strongly resonated with her. And a few days later, she gave testimony to the fact that her eyesight, her vision was restored. And she was overjoyed. So these are things, there's no way to understand why these things happen. But from experience, I'm convinced that each person's belief or their faith just carries them through to their healing. So it's an art is scientifically proven to fortify or to strengthen those beliefs. So I have definitely seen this in action, and I've seen this happening with people in my own life as well. So, which is what has led me into this studying of art as therapy.
Amazing. So since this is a very short session, Alison, would you, give us a few tips of how, even a layperson could use art as therapy, or you could tell us some things about, using art as therapy?
Yes, I'd love to. So one of the most prevalent issues that we're dealing with post the pandemic starting is basically stress. I think
Yes,
largely everyone's dealing with so many drastic shifts in their life that they're walking around unaware with the sheer amount of stress that they are carrying around. And
right,
even though we feel like we are adjusting to all these things and we're adapting well, over a period of time, the stress is cumulative. You are accumulating it. And a very
right,
relevant question that is being raised today is how to come out of that stress, how to disconnect from it momentarily even and get relief from it. What is a way to
right,
calm down from the stress? These are very relevant questions that are happening. And it's coming to the forefront right now. You can do it in so many different ways. You find people doing it through exercise, through meditation, through dance. But from the perspective of what I teach, I discovered that from personal experiences that certain activities in art profoundly had therapeutic effects. So I
right.
began to explore this aspect of using art as therapy, and then I taught some courses. Through my studies, I found that not just all art forms, but especially when art was explored in particularly precisely designed activities in drawing and painting, it can actually help to reduce anxiety, reduce emotional and physical pain, to the point where it can even reduce the need for pain medications. I've seen that
Wow.
in action, yes. So recent studies in experimental biology demonstrated that even a single session of these kind of mindful activities significantly reduces activity. Even a 1 hour session, according to research, people demonstrated reduced stress on their arteries. They actually studied the arteries.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's the science behind this is phenomenal. And a research study from Harvard suggests that mindfulness can reduce signs of depression. It actually shifts your genetic expression. So I want to give a quick takeaway today, since it's a very short session. Quick takeaway for today's live that you can use in your daily life anytime when you want to disconnect from the stress, when you want to disconnect from a moment of anxiety. There are small little activities that you can do, and I'm going to share you one which is so simple that even a lay person, you just need a piece of paper, pick up a piece of paper, any pen, and I'm going to shift my camera and I'm going to show you what to do. And the whole idea behind it, we will talk about it. Give me a second as I shift my camera.
Cool.
How do I
Hey everybody, thank you so much for joining in. Okay. We're going to see the artist in action.
Okay, I hope you can see this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely, we can.
Okay. So what art does is it essentially, if you do certain activities, you're going to take a pen and you're going to take a piece of paper and it's just let yourself go. Just draw lines, maybe to start with. You're deliberately not going to straight lines. You're allowing your inner feelings to flow through this. And bring your awareness to your breath as you draw. Literally bring your awareness and let yourself get a little playful with it. According to Max Strom, some doors only open from the inside. And
Okay.
your breath is a way of accessing those doors.
Lovely.
Now, what you're doing is you're being very mindful in this moment. There's no rocket science to this. That is why I'm saying you don't need to be perfect about it. You go backwards, you go forwards. How well or how efficiently you draw has nothing to do with it. There's no question of having a skill. You're not required to be perfect. You're not required to be anything but in this moment and breathing in and breathing out. While this might sound very common or commonplace, you'll be surprised at how well this works when you're designing or when you're trying to come out of a particularly stressful moment.
I'm actually doing it, and I was so stressed before this live started, and I'm actually feeling so good.
Yes, it really has those effects. Now, what it does is it slows down. You're slowing down the brain. So if you have a moment where you feel, we all go through that. You have a moment where you feel you have like way too many tabs open in your brain.
Yeah.
And you're just unable to disconnect from it. This oversimplified activity, the very fact that it is oversimplified, this triggers your prefrontal cortex, which is your left brain too, that's the critical brain, the one that keeps telling you, okay, you got to do this. Oh, this is negative. Oh, this is, constantly analyzing. That's your analyzing brain. It switches you out of the analyzing brain and into your right brain, which is your more feeling brain, your emotional brain. It helps you to connect to what you're feeling, because very often when we're going through this, we are trying to avoid actually acknowledging what we're feeling, because we got stuff to finish doing. We don't have time to feel our feelings sometimes. And
Absolutely.
it's perfectly all right. So this switches you out of your left brain and into your right brain. And what happens is very often it'll mute or reduce the chatter of your left brain,
Beautiful.
and you end up a whole lot calmer. Well, you get the idea. I'm going
Yes.
to switch my camera back now. 1 second. Okay.
That was super. I'm super calm. I just hope I can continue the rest of the live with the with the right amount of energy.
I
Okay,
hope the rest of you also enjoy that, and I hope you'll try it out.
absolutely. So thank you so much, Alison, for joining in. And now we're going to get our next guest. So
Yeah.
thank you so much. You have
Thank you.
been such a beautiful support all throughout my paradigm shift and the paradigm shift team, and everybody that wants to connect with Alison for a one-to-one. This we have her on the paradigmshift.in .co, sorry, the paradigmshift.co, and you can go there, and our mentors are there, and you can find Alison, and you can book an appointment with her. Thank you so much, and
Very
hope to
cool.
see you again.
Bye bye. See you.